Muted. I know. Before people start saying muted, I know people are going to start saying muted. Yes. How are we all doing? I hope everyone's good in it. It's a late one. We've kind of converted the night streams into Jake muted. I knew innit? We've kind of converted the night streams until after Love Island's finished, because, you know what I mean, everyone in the UK is going to be watching Love Island. I'm not sure outside the UK what the situation is. LB isn't back in jail, actually. He's been freed. And as a nice little freedom thing, do you know what I mean? What's better than just getting off to Spain? So he got out of prison and went straight to Spain. So LB's on holiday. He's actually in the chat. I just seen him say muted. So he's been transferred abroad, isn't it? So that's his current situation with LB. He's going having a nice holiday. He's probably steaming as a rocket right now. And if he's not, then he definitely needs to have some more drinks, innit? I am in the shit, which means he's in the chat. Yeah, Spain without the S. Yeah, so LB's he's done his time. Hopefully he doesn't have to go back to prison again. Hopefully not anytime soon anyway, as hopefully he doesn't get banged up abroad, you know what I mean, and gets locked up in Spain, because God knows what they'll do to him in them prisons. But yeah, this stream, what's it called again? Sterling to Chelsea this week. Yeah, because apparently Chelsea want to get this deal wrapped up before the weekend, which kind of makes sense, especially because all this Sterling news is getting kind of long now. We've done so many videos. So it'd be nice to actually speak about something else other than Sterling going to Chelsea. I think it'll get wrapped up, I don't know, in the next couple of days. It gives, apparently we've got this 1 in, 1 out system that's kind of going on at the moment. So we'll get more into that in a sec. This stream, by the way, is sponsored by BetVictor. I'll run an ad in a minute and we can speak about what they've got to say, but their video, they've done a tier list, and I know loads of people like tier lists. They've done a tier list of all the new, like the biggest transfers so far that have gone on, and whether they're going to be flops or, do you know what I mean, go on to be club legends. So if you've not already, obviously most people won't have it, but the description, the BetVictor link is in there. Click on that and just say City Extra have sent you. Do you know what I mean? Go on there, and when you're watching the video, just scroll down a bit and comment saying City Extra have sent you. It does us bits and you help us out. And you get to watch a video on tier lists and you get to rage. Like, sometimes I watch some of the comments, do you know what I mean, that they make. I'm like, you know what? I don't agree with this. That's what it's about. It's all football opinions. Right, so Sterling, the whole Sterling thing comes from, look at all the Calvin Phillips propaganda all over City Extra right now. I'm all for it, by the way. I watched his Inside City today, and it was good. It was decent. It wasn't as like a funny one, but it was decent. He seems like a decent guy. I think he'll fit in well. Here, Nizar Kinsella says that Chelsea hope to finalise the signing of Raheem Sterling from Manchester City before the weekend. Apparently, there's also more news about Nathan Ake and stuff. Like, we want basically a replacement and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not sure what people's thoughts. I kind of know what people's thoughts are about the whole Sterling situation. I feel like everyone's kind of now just ready to let him go. I think that's where we've got to. I think it's more price dependent now. From what I've seen, the price is going to be like minimum £50 million. Well, over £50 million with add-ons. Now, I'm not sure where that's gonna fare. Felix, mate, thoughts on Boris Johnson? Hey, I have no thoughts on it. I don't go into politics and all that. Do you know what I mean? Ain't for me. JRX, I love all the Calvin videos. Seems like a really nice guy, City type of player. Yeah, he genuinely seems like a decent guy. He looked a bit nervous, to be honest, when he was getting about City, but yeah, I think he'll do well. I think he'll do really well at City, and I'm buzzing to just see him play football now. Pre-season starts very, very soon. It's in like 2 weeks, isn't it? So 2 weeks time, we get to watch him play, which it's exciting. Why are we not in for Dybala or Rafinha? We're just not in for that. We ain't in for that. It's something that the club haven't looked at. I don't think we would look at. It seems to be that he's off to Barca or Chelsea. Apparently interested massively. Arsenal. I mean, apparently Chelsea robbed the deal last minute, but then Barcelona robbed the deal last minute from Chelsea. So at the moment, honestly, he could be going anywhere in the world. I don't have a clue. I actually have no idea where he's going. And Dybala, mate, guys made a glass in it. Mark, mate, you need to stop spamming hard in it. But Gnabry to City, I seen you put it in the chat before. Gnabry to City ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna do it. So I know we all got on the Gnabry hype train, right? And remember the other day when we was with LB, I think it was Sunday, was it? Was with LB, we did a stream and we were speaking about how we've kind of manifested this Serge Gnabry hype train that's starting to set sail. It instantly crashed. It's done. You know what I mean? Hopefully you didn't buy a ticket because there's no refunds. It's done. The Serge Gnabry hype train for now is definitely dead. The thing is, City have looked at it, but Gnabry has been offered to quite a few clubs, but he wants bare cash. So talking like 300 grand a week cash. I don't think City are willing to basically say, right, Sterling, you're gone. We've freed up your 300k. We're gonna give that 300k to Serge Gnabry. I don't think City are willing to do that. I think it's just a little bit too much for them. So unless he backs down from his current stance of 300 grand a week, Gnabry to City is off, which is sad. The latest on the whole, that side of things, because I know obviously this is a Sterling stream. We want to speak about Sterling replacements and stuff. Before we do that, I'm going to play this BetVictor ad, and then we'll speak about that. Then we'll get into Sterling replacements and kind of where the club are going with that.
He's already lining up his next move to Real Madrid. And it'll probably be a messy departure. So would that not affect his status as a legend?
Well, this is the thing: is how good does he need to do in how short amount of time?
Well, he needs to lead the team to a Champions League trophy. Let's be real, right? He's not going to be there long enough to get more Premier Leagues than Sergio Aguero. Like Paul was making that comparison, he kind of has to eclipse what he's doing to become a legend. So he's probably not going to win as many domestic trophies because of the time he's going to be there. So does he need to win the Champions League to be a City legend?
So are they going to do it in the next 2 years? I mean, how can...
Probably.
If they've got Haaland, there's no excuses left. So there's nothing else...
But they had Aguero at one point and they didn't win it. He was an amazing striker.
Yes. So obviously speaking there about Haaland and stuff like that and him becoming a club legend. I love how basically they're writing him off. They're already writing him off to like Real Madrid. And I know there is this whole release clause thing. Apparently it comes into play in the third year, I heard. The third year is when it comes into play, not the second year. Which I reckon maybe it is going into the third year. But there's no... Basically, when we signed Haaland, we had to have a release clause. It was a thing that Raiola basically put in there to say, like, anyone who's going to sign Erling Haaland will have a release clause in there so that he can move about, they can make more money. But there's nothing to say that City can't just offer him a new contract next year that doesn't have a release clause in there, or like in 2 years' time. And even if there is a release clause, it doesn't mean that he wants to leave. Like, he might absolutely love it at City. In 5 years' time, or however long his contract is, 4 years' time, he might just go, you know what? Yeah, I'm still happy here. I'm still happy. Do you know what I mean? We don't know how long it's going to last. But what I would say to City fans who are sweating about the release, the apparent release clauses, because apparently there is a release clause. I know Fab said I don't think he specifically said there wasn't a release clause, like full stop. I'm pretty sure he said that the thing was wrong that someone said. I could be wrong on that. But Simon Bajowski came out today, I think it was, and said that he's heard there is a release clause in that Erling Haaland contract. So whether there is, whether there isn't, right, it doesn't matter. Just enjoy your time with Erling Haaland right now, innit? Like, and we'll just see how it goes from there, innit? We'll just see how it goes from there. Like, in 2 years' time, if it happens to be that he's got a release clause and then Real Madrid turn up and Real Madrid want to pay us, do you know what I mean, 185 mil or 200 million pound for the release clause, then it's up to Erling Haaland whether he wants to go or not. So, That's the situation with that. But yeah, obviously the BetVictor video is actually a really good video. They're doing like tier lists. It's here. Look, they're doing this full tier list. Do you know what I mean? They got club legend, quality player, good in his day, bench warmer, and flop. And there's interesting choices. So 100%, give it a watch. 25 minutes a day. If you've got time, go over there, put a comment in the description in it, and say that City Extra sent you. Make sure you subscribe to them. Obviously, notification bell turn on, just like you do with us, because as much as people write them off in it, people might be like, "Oh no, I don't like certain guy. I don't like certain guy." It's really good. They do it well, like all the different fans' opinions and that. It's good to hear. Why MCFC Joe? Why isn't there any City representatives? Take that up with BetVictor, innit? You know what I mean? BetVictor, if you're watching this, you need to get a City guy on there. We need to have some defense, mate. Yeah, you know what I mean? We've got everyone else. We need some defense. Right, so Raheem Sterling and replacements and stuff. They always hated on us, Sign Silver. Yeah, they do hate. We need defense in it. We need to. Big Steve, yes, Big Steve. Get me on. I'm ready. Yeah, that's what they need, mate. They need BetVictor needs to get hold of you, and they need to say, right, we need you on here to sort these out, and you need to pick up the city side of it, because honestly, at the moment, it's lacking. The amount of times where you get these BetVictor clips and I'm like, we can't play that. Do you know what I mean? They're roasting us. But yeah, Sterling replacements at the moment doesn't look like it's going to happen. It doesn't look like it's going to happen that we're going to sign a replacement specifically. The club haven't scouted anyone. And the word is, it's we're going to wait a year. Give Palmer a chance, see what the market does, wait a season, and assess next year. Which I'm not sure how I feel about it, because I really wanted us to go get someone like Serge Gnabry, but obviously if his wages are too much, then it is what it is. It is what it is. So I think maybe this whole cash couping, I mean, we've saved them quite a bit of cash. It might be so we can go big in the next transfer window in summer or in January maybe, and just hit the market there. Where we've had more time to assess the winger spot. Now, I'm not sure why. Obviously, the club knew that Sterling's contract was coming to an end, but maybe they were just a bit more confident of him actually staying and signing a new deal. But obviously, we've got Mahrez on that right-hand side. We've got Cole Palmer on that right-hand side. I think Julian Alvarez will 100% be tried on that right-hand side. So it's interesting. It's just like Ferran Torres when he came. Do you know what I mean? He was kind of like a striker, but we played him on the right-hand side. I know that he can play pretty much anywhere across the front three. But I think Alvarez will get a shot on that right-hand side as a kind of makeshift replacement. You might even see Phil Foden move over there. Do you know what I mean? Phil Foden might be on that right-hand side sometimes with Jack Grealish on the left. It's interesting. It's going to be an interesting season, but at this current moment anyway, it's looking like the Sterling replacement isn't in City's priorities. I think it's all systems go for Cucurella at the moment. That's the way that we're heading with that. Now, I know that hang on a sec. I've just seen this. I forgot after the BetVictor ad. Up with $1.99. Yes. Up. I do, mate. Appreciate you in it. Our City actually going to do match day vlogs next season. Now, obviously, we'll still be doing our watch songs next season. But me and Lewis said that we do want to go to an away day, like a European away day, 100%, because we miss them, and we do want to go to probably a couple of away days throughout the season. So in them, we usually kind of say at this point before the season starts, yeah. We'll do match day vlogs, but if it got to it right, imagine. Me and Lewis get steaming when we go on away days. It'll be an absolute mess. So I think not a lot of stuff would make it past the editing table if we did a YouTube match day vlog. Do you know what I mean? we'd 100% get cancelled. Emre teammate, you need to start spamming Anthony Ajax, and it's not happening. Will Caldridge, yes. Maybe for 6 months. Yes. I got my first job today. Perfect. Yes, Will. Where's your first job, innit? You need to let us know. Felix, hire MCFC lads for City Extra. That's what we need to do. We need MCFC lads to X City Extra collabs, innit? Yes, C1. How you doing? Beer in one hand, phone in the other, Jamie. That's exactly how it'd be. It'd be a mess. You wouldn't know what we're saying. Me and Lewis get into some states. We get into states. Joel, poor Will, you've begun the slow path towards death. Yeah, to be fair, Joel, mate, you're buzzing now. Mackey's lad, yes. My first job was at KFC, right? And I quit after 2 weeks to go work at Mackey's. I'm a snake. I did a Tevez in it from United to City. I snaked KFC. And now people will be like, but KFC is elite. Yeah, but Mackey's was the better one. Do you know what I mean? My mate Nathan, who was in the chat before, my mate Nathan used to work there. So I was like, oh, stay here or go work with my mate. So I did. I snaked KFC. Snaked him. Funny enough, I got Lewis's job at KFC. Lewis left and I took Lewis's job at KFC. And then I was like, yeah, I'm getting off and going Mackey's. And you know, there's a really awkward point where my manager turned up at Mackey's and I served her and I was like, and I didn't recognize her and she didn't recognize me. And then she made it very clear that this was a very awkward thing. So yeah, Will, I used to work at Mackey's. Do yourself a favour. If your manager's sick, just tell him, yeah, put me on Booth 1, mate. Booth 1 is the easiest place to go. You literally just take orders on the thing, innit? MCS, I'm the same, JP. Worked at Mackey's. I went on loan to KFC for a week and then went back to Mackey's. See? Mackey's is the place to be. Akash, I'm currently 3 weeks in at Greg's. Honestly, all these places, mate. Do you know what I mean? All the fast food kind of places. They're the entry points into working life. That's just the way it goes. Funnily enough, right? Another thing is when I went round Mackey's drive-thru on Friday, pulled up at the first window, girl at the window says, "Are you City Extra?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "This is weird because this is exactly where I used to work as well." It was at the Mackey's where I used to work. I was like, "This is mad." Do you know what I mean? Me and LB going superstardom. City Extra, yeah, by the way, obviously he's in the chat. We can confirm LB is in Spain. I mean, he should be drinking. I don't know why he's watching this. What time is it there? Is it like, are they an hour in front or 2 hours in front? I'm not really sure. Everyone in the chat works for a fast food chain. It seems to be that way. Everyone in the chat works for fast food. Lizzie, that's cute. Full circle moment. Exactly. From where I used to work on Booth 1 as well, where I used to work, all the way to the point where I got recognised going round McDonald's in Booth 1, past Booth 1. VT's trying to link up with LB here in the chat. Right. So on the whole, Sterling to Chelsea and stuff. Chelsea are trying to raid us a little bit, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? They are doing us a bit dirty. Just before I get onto that, I'll pop up with a $4.99. Yes, I'll pop up. I appreciate that. Not stressing about Sterling leaving. We've got Mahrez, who's been quality in the big games. Bernardo can also play in the right. Not a big deal in my opinion. That's true, actually. I do prefer Bernardo in that midfield role. I think we'll try Alvarez before we put Bernardo back there, and we'll definitely try Palmer before we put back there. But if we're strapped, do you know what I mean? And if we need, do you know what I mean? We've got some injuries. We can put Bernardo on the right-hand side. He had a mint season on the right. Do you know what I mean? So I'm all for that. I think a lot of people think it's the end of the world with this Sterling to Chelsea and us not replacing him, but it's not. It's not. And if you think about it, the club might be being just a little bit more smart than as fans. Because as fans, we just go, "Oh, we've sold Sterling. We need to replace him. Let's go get a sick replacement right now." But people, the club might want to take the time and kind of really assess the options before they go big into assessing who's our next right winger, because they might be looking at it going, we don't want to just get like a standard right winger. We want to see how Cole Palmer does for a year, then we'll assess it. Do you know what I mean? If Cole Palmer's not quite ready, then we want to go get a big dog on that right hand side. So I mean, it's I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed about Sterling leaving. I'm just one of them fans who did want a Sterling replacement. I've just seen Alf Island. I'll get you the Pizza Hut discounts, Bray. I've got beef with Pizza Hut at the moment, you know. They used to do chips and cheese at Pizza Hut that were well nice. And now, every Pizza Hut I go to, they just dashed them in it. I don't know what they've done. So, free the chips and cheese at Pizza Hut. Stop holding them back in it away from me. SB says Sterling is your best winger. I think I think this season with Haaland in the team, he would have genuinely been unreal. I think he would have got back to his best, but he's not willing to go for that. He wants to go to Chelsea, and I don't kind of blame him. The news also, by the way, on the whole Chelsea raiding us is Ake is kind of open to that move. I think that's something that we all know anyway. This is on the screen here as well. Obviously, they're after De Ligt, and that's why our name's getting mentioned around De Ligt. I think they just want to drive the price up a little bit for Chelsea. Ake is obviously an option from as well that they want. Obviously, we want to recoup the £41 million they spent, that we spent on Nathan Ake. But yeah, at the moment, Ake seems to be up for it. I think if the club get the right fee, I think we'll genuinely let him go, which I don't like. I like Ake. He's big in the squad. I think he's a mint player. I think he's a really, really solid defender. So, but if we get the money back and we get, I mean, for me, I'd be saying 60 mil. I'd be saying 60 mil. Jordy, you can drink the tea on cam. Was that not on cam? Let me just do. I do this. Oh yeah, I wasn't hiding. You know what I mean? I'm not shying away from this coffee, innit? I'm just it's just because I'm in this scene. I mean, the bigger scene, and then yeah, we're cooking. But yeah, so I'm not sure on Ake. I'm not sure if they're willing to pay the price, because I'd be saying 55 to 60 mil. Me, I'd be saying, you know what I mean? You need him. But the thing is, he's our fourth choice, so that's why the club might just be like, yeah, we'll let him go. We'll get a replacement in. If we do get a replacement for Ake, I won't be saying, do you know what I mean? I won't be looking at FIFA signings like Matthias de Ligt. I won't be looking at anything like that. I think City would just go get just another solid defender. I don't think we'd go get someone like a superstar, even though Ake is turning into one at City. Do you know what I mean? He's sick. And Bete, I think they'll try him out. I'm not sure we don't know if he's ready yet. Do you know what I mean? We don't know if he's ready. Bastoni, that's the guy who'll pop up. Bastoni, I keep seeing him. Dunk, I've heard his name in the chat as well. I keep seeing him quite a bit. So I'll have to have a look at him. I wonder if that's the thing. Pau Torres, I think that died off quite a bit ago. Last I heard was United were interested in Pau Torres, but then that might have died as well. By the way, for people asking about a City Extra Fantasy League, we do have a charity fantasy league which is run by Andy Loves Bacon in our Discord group. It's very, very good. If you join the Extra Club, you can get involved with that. Prizes get given away. I'm not sure on the whole situation for next season what he's going to do with it, but I know that the more people involved, the better. Do you know what I mean? It's for a good cause and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So the charity, the one that Andy runs in the Discord group is very, very good. That one's for Extra Club members. But then I think we made an open one as well, like a side open one. Can anyone in the chat, right? Lewis, you might know. I don't know if Johnny Lara's in the chat. He'd definitely know. But does anyone remember if last season we made an open City Extra Fantasy Premier League? Because it'd be very interesting to see. There was one last year, Sam says. We did, yeah. I'm just thinking about it, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, I know something here. Something... I need to check. I'm going to check it. Not on screen. You ain't getting my password, innit? You know what I mean? It'll hack me in that. You remember joining it? Yeah, I remember it. 100% remember it. I've lost all the screens now. I'm having a nightmare. Daniel Lloyd Davis with the 19 months. Yes, Daniel. How you doing, mate? Love Raz, but have that Leon miss stuck in my mind. The Leon miss ruined Raheem Sterling's legacy as a Manchester City player, hands down. That's genuinely what happened. Because everyone always just remembers that. Every time he does anything wrong, everyone just goes back to that. It's one of the things. It's just one of the things. Yeah, you got to take it on the chin. Akash with a 2. Yes, Akash. Does nobody rate Harvey Barnes? He's underrated. I like Harvey Barnes, me. I think he's a hard worker in that. I think he's good for Leicester, but I don't see us going for it, but especially because I think we'd get rinsed for cash. But you know what I mean? He's a decent player, and I think he'll make a step somewhere else soon, in a couple of seasons. Vector.VZND with a 179. Jordy Pordy on the Stellars. Not tonight, mate. Not tonight. There is empty Stella bottles though. The shed needs cleaning. Innit? Empty Stella bottles from when me and Lewis were playing F1. We're drinking and driving on F1, innit? I mean, don't drink and drive, but it's a simulation, so it doesn't really count. You know what I mean? Cuff me, boys. Yeah, so not tonight, mate. I'm on the coffee tonight, trying to stay awake. Hashtag Ben Me back. I mean, Ben Me's had quite the rise, you know what I mean? Quite the rise. He's been, he was thingy, wasn't he? What was he doing? He was, I'm having a nightmare here. I can't think what he was doing. Oh, yeah, he was the Burnley, like, was he the manager? No, he was the second in command, wasn't he? Like, the second in command. The assistant manager, wasn't he? And, and the manager was Michael Jackson. Shimon, innit? Michael Jackson taking the helmet thingy. Is he still the... Oh, no, it's a company now, isn't it? Is Michael Jackson genuinely going to be at the club still? Do you know what I mean? Is Michael Jackson now like the second to Vincent Kompany? Up, but again with a 4.99. Yes. Sometimes I lean towards LB's reasoning for keeping Sterling, but then I go watch Out of Context Sterling on Twitter, and I'm good again. That's an account that gets thrown around a lot, and I think it'll continue. I feel bad for Sterling at times, innit? Imagine just like having Twitter accounts made of you about your tap-ins. Ben Me. What about Dybala? Nah, I don't see it. Just because I think because he's a free agent, I think he'll want big wages. And Serge Gnabry's we've already like basically said no to Serge Gnabry because he wants big wages. And as well, he's made of glass. I mean, his injury record isn't the best. Ben Me on the free. Pinaldo got off. Yeah, Ronaldo wants to leave, doesn't he? Ronaldo was just saying, nah. He goes to bed and regrets. He regrets moving there. He thinks, I wish I went to City. He's saying he's not friends with Fergie no more. He's like, why have you made me come here? This ain't fair. Ronaldo going to PSG for that payday. I think if PSG can get Neymar off the books and his wages, I think he might it be in for a chance of going to PSG. Julian Alvarez, Julian Alvarez, last game tomorrow. Yeah. He's playing the second leg of the game that we watched at Tier 3. Which I say we watched it. We were just playing games. We were just guessing the players and stuff. It was actually a really good Tier 3 streams, that. If you want to get involved in our Extra Club watch-alongs, then join the Extra Club. The link is in the description below. I'm just, for people that are wondering, like, what am I doing? Like, I'm trying to access the old league that we was on. Zach Holiday with a 4.49. Yes, Zach. Let's arrange a European away day, George. Will be a laugh or some Prem aways. We need to have a spin on the deck soon as well. That's facts. We do need to have a spin on the decks. I've not actually used them for quite a bit, to be fair. Since I got out of hospital, I didn't really touch them. Well, I've not really touched them. I need to get back on it. But yeah, we do need to we do need to sort out away days and stuff and Prem aways and stuff. Obviously, if we're going to one, you'll all know if we're going to be there and stuff. That's just the way it is. Argentinian Mackey's on. Nah, bruh. I actually don't know, innit? You should have asked LB, innit? LB plays GeoGuessr. He's done the Mackey's map. Lagan Carr with a 4.49. Yes, James. PSG aren't doing the big name thing anymore. They're trying to keep everyone at the club from around Paris now. Oh, is that a thing? Are they trying to change the ways a little bit? Not sure about the way that PSG are going and stuff. I know that they are trying to get rid of... they are 100% trying to get rid of Neymar. 100%. Do you all have a place where I can find the tracks that we played before the stream? The tracks that I played before the stream are just royalty-free tunes. They're just what I made. I didn't make the songs. I just mixed them all together. Just not even a DJ mix. I just faded them in and out. Vector.VZND. Yes, with a 79. I appreciate that, mate. Glyn with the 5. Yes, Glyn. It's the super sticker, man. Super sticker Glyn with a super sticker. Hiya, mate. Hope you're good. I seen Motorsport Madman. Yeah, a set is overdue. That's facts. By the way, for people who like F1 and stuff that are in this stream, Motorsport Madman on YouTube is sick. He's my mate Rob. He's setting up his channel and that. If you can go show him love, I'd appreciate that massively. And I mean, subscribe to his channel. Especially if you love F1. I've properly getting into F1 and he's just started doing daily things. Daily F1 career modes. And they're sick. F1 career mode. Me and LB, by the way. 100% getting on an F1 career mode. Honestly, you should see the amount of times that me and LB sit in this chair and go around Monaco and just try and get a fast lap. That is all we do. And we just try and get a fast lap on Monaco. They say from the Halo, facts. That crash was heavy. F1 watch alongs, JP. Nah, not for me. Not for me. That's what Rob does on Motorsport Madman. Go watch Rob do it. He'll give you much more information than what I'd be able to if I could do it. LB in the chat. Raheem's doing a snake on no. Nah, I think I think it's going to be mixed, when Sterling leaves. I think he might get a little bit of hate from a set view of City fans who don't like him. Especially say that the younger fans who haven't really seen or maybe don't really appreciate Sterling as much as we do. Like we be me and Lewis. We appreciate Sterling a lot. And I think him leaving, there might be a bit of might be a bit up and down, I'm not sure like Gabby going, everyone's like, oh yeah, everyone's buzzing for him. I'm not sure on the Sterling thing. But I'm all for him, I hope he does well. Just not against us. Just please not against us. Don't. Basically, I want Leon every time he plays us. But that's it. I think the real question is LB a snake for going on holiday without me? I think that's the real question and that we should be asking in this chat. Lewis, he ain't a snake in my opinion, but the arrogance of making demands for game time irks me a bit. He was the first name on the team sheet for Pep for years. What's changed? His performances. Yeah, I guess so. And the thing is, with Sterling, it was kind of it was a bit of a roast because Pep was putting him in but he was playing him, but when he play him as striker and stuff, I wasn't about that because then you're shoehorning him in a position that he just doesn't fit in. So when he doesn't do well in that position, all the fans get on his back. But really, the fans should be getting on Pep's back. Why are you still playing him there? I know we had to rotate positions in that, but the way we did it the past season was a lot better with Sterling playing less games as that striker. Callum Ware's LB on holiday is in he's in Spain signing for Barca Extra. They couldn't offer him any money because the bank account's completely empty. They offered him free beers and loads of sangria, and he was like, I'm going. He was like, sorry, bro, I'll catch you on the flip side, and then just went. That was it. That's the last time I'll ever see him again. LB is a criminal and a snake. He played him when we shouldn't as well. Did nothing to warrant starting the Champions League final. The mad one. It was just a mad one. I do think it'll be up and down when he leaves. I have no bad feelings towards him when he leaves. Like I say, the news is that it will be this week. That they finalise a deal for him. So I think you could see anything as early as next week. Sterling wearing a Chelsea shirt, which is still discussed. When you see Gabby wearing that Arsenal top, I had that feeling I looked at it and I was like, looks weird. Don't like it. Sterling putting that Chelsea top on will be the same thing. I look at it and go, that looks weird. Don't like it. The gang cow again with a 449 says, also, if anyone is coming up for the Scottish Open, East Lothian, not St Andrews, this week, Thursday to Sunday, I'll be checking tickets every day. Yes, so everyone's up in Scotland and that. If you go in there, the gang cow might be the man who's checking your ticket. So you know what I mean? Or if you've got a dodgy ticket, just make sure you find the gang cow and go, yes, me from City Extra, let me in. The gang cow can do, you know what I mean? Do a little shiesty and let you in. Nah, James no grass in it. He's going to let him in. Up with a 499. You know what's funny about Sterling? Since Mahrez came in, Sterling has played more minutes, yet one is crying about it. while the other one is fighting. Yeah, I think that's mad. That actually, that's mad. That's a mad stat. You know, up. That's a mad stat. That is a mad stat. I like the fact that Mahrez fights for his spot, and we all know Mahrez. Behind the scenes, Mahrez gets frustrated with his lack of game time. Guy wants to be playing every single game. But that's just a credit to Mahrez's want to play football. Do you know what I mean? That's why he just wants to play all the games. Mahrez, honestly, Mahrez's character is very, very good, and I think he'll get a 2-year extension at City. Do you know what I mean? So basically, he stays for another 3 years at City, kind of thing. I hope he stays anyway, Mahrez. I hope he doesn't run down his contract and leave, because I really rate him. I really rate Mahrez, and he's been really important for us. And I think he's another winger that will do well with Haaland in the team. I hope he does anyway. I hope he does. Benno, yes, Benno with a 4.9. I've seen a lot of Chelsea fans who genuinely don't fancy Sterling. They much prefer Neymar and Rafinha. Well, the thing is with Rafinha, I think they were going for Rafinha and Sterling. They wanted both, so they could play both on the wing and then, do you know what I mean, assess what they're doing up top and stuff. There might be Ronaldo up top. But then Barcelona, do you know what I mean, left field came out and was like, we want Rafinha. Looks like Rafinha's now heading towards Barcelona. I've seen a lot of Chelsea fans saying they want Neymar. Now, the whole Neymar situation is a weird one. I think I got told, I'm not sure who it was off, it might have been off LB, it might not, that Neymar, at some point, Neymar's contract gets an automatic extension, and obviously he's on big wages, so that's why PSG are just desperate to get rid of him. And apparently you can get him for like 50, 60 mil, so maybe it's something that they are looking at, but I think it'll be Sterling, but they might go get Sterling and Neymar. Imagine Sterling, Neymar, Ronaldo. Imagine, Jesus. Vector at VZND with 179. Jordan LB, love, well-deserved success. Warrior channel, yes, I appreciate that, mate. It's going well, you know what I mean? What are we on, like 56k subs, heading towards 60k. If you've not subscribed to us, make sure you are subscribed to us. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss when we go live. When random news explodes out, usually we'll just randomly do a live stream. Do you know what I mean? So you should definitely subscribe to us. And we want to get 60k. And every 10k until 100k, we're going to have a session. And maybe then, we'll 100k, you know what I mean? 100k, it needs to be not a live stream session. Maybe we can live stream it, but like an actual party. We'll get an event like, do you know what I mean, in Manchester. We'll organise a little thing, innit? And maybe Zach Holiday, innit? Is it Zach Holiday? It is Zach Holiday, yeah. I'm making sure. Zol DJ, innit? You can DJ the ting. Up. Chelsea don't have a plan. They're waffling. I mean, they want everyone. they want everyone, innit? So they just want every player you can think of. Chelsea are interested. Every City player, every City coach, every City backroom staff. Chelsea probably link with them. Every academy player, Southampton. That's what they're doing. Johnny Lara, are we sure this side of Manchester is supposed to break the internet? I'm not sure that break the internet thing is gonna happen, you know. I'm not certain on it. I don't think it's a thing. 100k LB Big Steve boxing match. No, there's no beef between them two, innit? We need two United fans that they could both fight. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Bets on LB getting gassed in the first round. That'd be my bet. Do you know what I mean? I'd be putting good money on that. How do I highlight someone's message, Akash? You just at them. Do you know what I mean? Like when you're atting someone on Twitter, you just at there and type in their name and it should come up. 1st of July, Neymar's contract extended by 5 years. Is that it, Zohib? Yeah, that's a rip then. So yeah, so it did. LB versus Goldbridge. I love how I feel like when LB has solo streams, right? He's very good at keeping it on track. With me, I feel like the chat murks me a bit, innit? You all murk me a bit and you steer me in these weird directions. Someone watching back the stream's like, what's he talking about now? You know what I mean? It's all over the place, but I like it. It's a good chat. I mean, now we're talking about boxing. We're talking about boxing, like LB versus Adam McCullough. LB versus Goldbridge is the one that I'd like to see. LB versus Goldbridge, Big Steve versus Saeed. That's the card. And you could put me on the undercard if you want. I'm not sure who I'd fight, but do you know what I mean? I'd give it one. You know what I mean? I'd go big. I'd go big. You digress, Jordy. Yeah, I digress. Sorry for the murkiness, Bray. Mystic Egg versus Mystic Meg. LB versus Tabas. He could do that now that he's over there. LB would spark Goldbridge. I think, honestly, LB versus Goldbridge, it would be one. LB and Goldbridge. Saeed, Big Steve. Elbrook versus Geordie. Not a chance, mate. Have you seen Elbrook now? She's absolutely tanked. She's doing boxing on the reg. Absolutely tanked. Do you know what I mean? She would batter me. I'd be knocked out in one at KO. You know what I mean? Rip. Not a chance I'm stepping in the ring with Elbrook, especially now. Not a chance. Oh, yeah, I'll be LB's corner man. Yeah, I was waiting for this. Zach, I'd let her batter me. You just let it, yeah. I'll let her batter me. Kipat's Calvin, Cucurella. The Cucurella deal is... It's basically, we backburned it so that we could go get Calvin Phillips, get that sorted. I think as soon as... I think the club are kind of working on Raheem Sterling getting sold and assessing the situation with that. But then as soon as all that goes through, which apparently... I can't even look at this chat, man. Apparently, that's going to happen this week. I think that's when attention's going to turn to Cucurella. This week could be big. This is why I was like, LB, you chose a sick week to go on holiday. Because this week could be big in the Cucurella deal, because if Sterling does go, or the City are just like, yeah, this is definitely going to happen, then they'll turn their attention. But I don't think they're going to get rinsed. I think with Cucurella, we're not going to overstep. If Brighton say, we want cash, like, do you know what I mean, like 50, 60 million pound, City will turn around and say, we don't want that. We're going to go somewhere else. So that's what's holding it up at the moment, I think. I think it's just, we're trying to figure out the deal, trying to get it good. I did see Zoe put, I think he must have seen it somewhere, that we might be willing to offer Liam Delap on loan to try and sweeten the deal or something, or it might be something to do with add-ons to bring it back. But yeah, that's the situation with that. Glyn with a super sticker, he with a 5. Keep it up. Yes, Glyn. Been working hard, innit? He's got them emojis, innit? He knows the super sticker. Do you know what I mean? With the weights. That one, I'll set that one definitely going to LB. Keith, mate. Keith in the chat, right? Keith, Jordy versus Hasbulla. I know people say I'm small, innit? Do you know what I mean? No shorty party, innit? No shorty party. That is not a thing. Say no to shorty party. Up with $1.99. Hijack De Jong just for the shithousery. Joe, would you remember when the De Jong was a thing? De Jong was a full thing at City. That was going to come to us. JP versus Anfield agenda. What? This is some like, this is this is just a big boxing stream now. Johnny 5'4". I'm not 5'4", innit? I think I'm 5'8", 5'9", around that. So I'm not tall, innit? I'm not super small. I mean, so shorty party shouldn't be it. Yeah, De Jong, the whole hijack on the De Jong thing obviously won't happen, but apparently De Jong wanted City. It wasn't that he doesn't want United. It's they haven't even agreed personal terms. He doesn't want United. De Jong wanted City. JP versus Denveloper. You best believe he'd get up for that. He'd get up for that. Yeah, honestly, these fake boxing things aren't going to happen. Do you remember that TikTok one? Did that TikTok boxing event ever happen? Dale, Brook and Ashford Wet. I know that got cancelled, but did the other guys fight? Or did the whole event just get canned? Yeah, hijacking De Jong. Honestly, if we tried to hijack De Jong and we were willing to pay Barcelona the money, De Jong would say, yeah, straight away, personal terms agreed. He'd come to City over he would United. And that's just my opinion. But I genuinely think that's true. JP versus Jake Paul. Nah, guy's a good hitter, you know. Good hitter. Oh, it's happening on the 16th of July. Is it? As if. As if Astrid pulled out of that one. That would have been an interesting watch. Time to sit tight. We'll get him next year. Nah, Jude Bellingham season next year, isn't it? Don Robbie versus Jordy Pordy. Not having it. Jordy versus Miniminter. I think he's a bit too far away in the stardom scale. I seen someone put as well in the chat. This stream basically has gone from football to F1 to football to boxing. I mean, it's having it all. It's having it all. Nah, drunk fight JP versus LB. Me and LB never fight. Even when we're steaming, we never fight. The one time, title is clickbait. Title is clickbait, basically, yeah. We need to call these like just chatting. Yeah, me and LB have never fight, innit? We're not that kind of guy, innit? We're both too chilled to fight. Get high, show speed. Nah, again, he's rose fast, innit, to stardom. Right, LB would murk you, by the way. Oh, yeah, in a fight. Guy's got the reach. I won't be able to get close. I think stamina-wise, I'd do better, but nah. LB would clean me out. Not on a reel, innit? Clean me out. Right, enough waffling. The chat's getting weird. I mean, about this whole situation. So let's just finish now, innit? Let's get on with it. What's your zodiac sign? It's a Leo, mate. I have a tattoo of a lion as well, just for the sake of it. Right, so solo streams going to continue throughout the week because LB's on holiday. So let him have a good holiday. He can get steaming every single day. He might show up on a StreamYard thing for a stream, but if he can, I mean, he needs to step away from it because he's in the summer. Is the only time that me and LB get to have a holiday at all because the rest of it is football. So he should be on the sesh right now. Hence why I was shocked that he was even in here. Right. I'm going to get off. I appreciate everyone in the stream. I appreciate everyone who super chatted us. I'll be back again tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow? Potentially, like basically a dinner time stream again. And there'll be one at like night time. Probably 8 o'clock maybe tomorrow. We'll try an earlier one, 8 o'clock. I don't know if people prefer 8 or 10. I don't know, innit? But we're not doing 9 because Love Island's on. I don't watch it, but loads of people watch it. So, it is what it is. I appreciate you all, innit? I'm going to try and find out who won the last year's Fantasy Premier League, by the way. And I'll let you know tomorrow. But yeah, I appreciate you all. And I'll see you tomorrow. See you in a bit.